Today we're going to be making fried chicken. Here's a list of some of the things that you're going to need. First thing is obviously some chicken, and I'll show you in a little bit how we cut that up. A nice seasoning that I use is Lawry seasoning salt. That's going to make a good flavor. You're going to need some vegetable oil and of course some all-purpose flour. So here's the ingredients that you're going to need to make some real good fried chicken. You also need some paper towels in a little bit also. Okay, the first thing that I like to do is take the chicken out of the package that it came in, and there's always a lot of juices in there like blood and other stuff like that. So what I do is I bring the chickens over to the sink and open up the package and then wash it with cold water, and this is going to get a lot of the stuff off that you don't necessarily want to be frying. And just do a once over on the chicken like so, and especially on the inside, and a lot of the stuff is going to come out. That way your chicken's nice and ready to be fried. There we go. I'm going to flip her over a little bit and be gentle to her. And we'll set her to the side and wash our hands real good. And now we're ready to go ahead and cut the chicken up into pieces. Okay, now we're chopping up our chicken and getting ready to fry it. Just start at the top and go through the breast and make the breast into two pieces. There we go, chop that, and then you can go ahead and take a leg off. We all know what legs look like, so just kind of work it around, try not to mess up the thigh, and cut off the legs. Key thing is having a sharp knife. We child-proofed our house, so all the good knives are somewhere and I have no clue where they're at. I'm having to make do with this. There we go, got a leg off. And just go through the chicken and work all the parts off. Here's a wing. There we go. Get the other side of her off. Alright, and now we're going to take the thighs, separate that from the breast. Like so. There's one breast separated. Alright, and then let's find where the other one went to. It's right here. Cut that off. Alright, and now you're left with the back. And then what I like doing with that, wash it again, get some of the yucko stuff off of it, split it into two pieces. And then we're ready for the frying pan. Okay, here's what our chicken looks like. We have a couple legs. I took the thigh meat off, so there is no backbone. This used to be attached to the backbone like this, and I took it off. So different people like doing it different ways, but I like my thigh meat just to be meat without no bones in it. And then here's my breast. They're ready to fry. Here's my the other thigh here. That's a real good piece because the skin is still left on it. I mean, that's wonderful there. So now we're all ready to fry, and just let this sit here for a while we get the flour ready. Okay, what I do is I just take a regular bowl like this, and some regular, any brand name will work, all-purpose flour, and take the flour, and all you do is simply dump it into a bowl as such, and you can't reuse this, so just dump a little bit in there. And then what I use as my seasoning is this Lawry seasoning salt. You just get it at any store. And prior to putting the, this is a dry batter, so there's nothing else in here, just simply flour. Before putting the chicken into the flour mix, I simply sprinkle a little bit of Lawry seasoning salt on it, and then I'm going to sprinkle it again also before I put it in the fryer. But this is just a little bit of seasoning prior to putting it any flour on it, and this is going to give it a real pretty color as it fries and a wonderful taste. And just sprinkle all your chicken with a little bit of Lawry seasoned salt. And then now what we're going to do is take it over and put it into our flour mixture. Okay, so all you do is you take your chicken like this, just grab a piece of it and come over here to your mixture and just roll it around. And since the chicken is wet from washing it and just from its natural juices, it's going to have a little bit of wetness or moisture to it, and it will absorb the flour. So you don't need to put any eggs. We can fry chicken another day with a wet mixture, but today is just a real easy dry mixture that we're using, and it's just simply flour. And just roll the chicken into it, and then when it comes out, it's going to look like that. And then put it over to the side and go one by one and mix sure with just a quick turnover, putting some flour on every piece of chicken and getting it ready to go into the fryer. And that's really all there is to it, just piece by piece and setting it all to the side. And you see the juices there. And then carry it over and dump it into the flour, and if there's a little spot, you can use your hands to kind of help out. And I'm cooking 2 chickens today. Each chicken was about 3 pounds, so that's 6 pounds of chicken. So that's going to be a lot of food. And just go through piece by piece by piece, putting it into the flour and getting it ready to fry. Okay, take your pan that you're going to fry in, and we're just using pure vegetable oil. And don't fill it all the way up, but you want a lot of oil inside there. So what I like to do is fill it right at about halfway point, and then turn the fryer on and come back whenever it's nice and warm. Okay, all my chicken has been battered, as you see, and all I did was put in a little bit of flour and do a once over on it. And then when we're done, just go across the top and sprinkle a little bit more of this Lawry seasoning salt right on the top, and that's going to help make it a real nice color as it fries. And as you see, 2 chickens gets us 4 wings, 4 drums, 4 thighs, and 4 breasts. So that's going to be a nice little turnout there. And then whatever's left over here, since you had raw chicken in it, you cannot reuse the flour. Just dump that in the trash. Well, I've been banned from frying chicken inside the house, but no one's home right now, so I'm going to do it. The reason why I don't like frying chicken inside the house is because for days, probably a week, the house smells like fried chicken. So usually I cook outdoors, but for today, for this video, we're going to cook indoors because a lot of people don't have a way to cook outdoors. So I'm going to show you how to do it inside your house. I use a simple pan like this. You can use anything you like, anything with the lid. And this is what we're going to do today for frying our chicken. While my fryer's warming up, I went ahead and brought the chicken over here, and I got a little pan ready. This is going to help absorb the grease. Once we remove the chicken from, after it's done, we're going to remove it and put it over here, and the paper towel on the bottom of a pan will help remove the grease from it. And so it looks like my grease is just about ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and start putting the chicken into the pan. And all you do is you simply take a piece of chicken. I like to start off with the breast and just simply put it into the grease. And there you go. And I'm going to go ahead and fry all 4 breasts at one time since they take the longest to cook. And this is what it looks like. Close this bad boy up and we are good to go. And I'm going to turn it down just a hair and let that do its thing.